Hey, Drutter here. It's 23rd of June, 2017. Kind of a vlog and a rant. Talking about silver again today. I've been thinking about it a lot more. And I have had to sell, I guess. Spend is maybe a better word, because silver is money. I have had to spend some of my, or most of my, my savings. I have basically nothing in silver, but that doesn't mean I don't believe in silver, and I don't recommend silver as savings to other people. I don't give investment advice, of course, and I can't online. That's ridiculous to try and look online for your investment advice. I don't know who you are from anyone else, and I don't know your portfolio, and I don't know your goals or anything, so I'm not telling you how to invest, of course. But I recommend to everybody to look into silver as a means of savings and as a form of money that you can hold that nobody knows about unless you obviously post it on the internet. But you know, it's private savings, and it can really save your ass, and it has saved my ass many times, because cash is different. Cash is also king. Cash is important to have some of, and I used to say that cash was trash and all that kind of stuff, but I don't say that anymore. I think cash is important to hold, and so is digital currency. Unfortunately, now we have to have digital currency to pay the rent. I've recently found that out now here, trying to live a mostly cash life, and then all of a sudden getting caught up and realizing I have to be able to have a regular source of digital income, otherwise people are not going to let me live here. So yeah, silver is real money, and gold is real money. But now in this complicated world, we need a lot of different types of monies and currencies. And it just, it's unfortunate because most people can't afford to diversify. It just doesn't work. But we are essentially forced to do that now. That would have, a chunk of silver that size would have bought somebody just about anything they needed for the day, or for a lot longer than a day usually. That would have been, a week's wages or a month's wages, depending. That would be a lot of money there. 1903, Venezuela. That is a Bolivar. Libertador. Don't know how to pronounce it. But that is, and it says right on it even, it says 0.900, so it's 90% silver, and it says 25 gram. Yeah, so that tells you that's a piece of money right there that has, it's more bullion than it is anything else, because it's got the percentage and the weight, so you can figure out exactly how much pure silver you've got here. I don't know much about the coin itself, but recently just came across it. Very big and heavy. A nice coin. I could imagine a bag of these hanging from a belt, or a box, maybe a box of these in your savings or something like that, or stacks of them. Really nice form of money. Intrinsic value. Why did we put precious metals into our currency back then? Kids nowadays, you tell them that, you say, well, we used to make our, nickels and dimes and shit out of silver, and the bigger stuff out of gold. What? Gold? Gold? Why would you have gold in your money? Well, you'd have gold in your money so that your money was worth something. Well, what happens if you lose it? Well, then you lost your money. The money itself is a resource. The gold and the silver are a commodity, and we need gold and silver in this society, and that's been the case for a very long time. So these precious metals were in our currency because there was no other way to do it. Any other way was dishonest. You couldn't have, quote, money that had no value in it. The Chinese tried it with paper, and that failed, and then they outlawed it for like 1,000 years or something. Fiat. So there's something to a currency that is money as well. And I'm just ranting today, but I want to say that I am still that bullish voice for silver. I am saying silver is one of the most underpriced commodities right now in relation to its actual value. The silver that we all have in our stacks, in our savings, is real money, and it is going to eventually change in price. The value of it won't change. The value is already sky high, but the actual price tag on our silver is going to change. And I don't think you're crazy for having a stack of silver. If you're an investor, now might be the time to look at silver, right? It's about, what, $16, $17 US, especially if you're a US investor. Were you waiting for silver to go down before you bought? Because here's your little nudge in the ribs. It went down. Did you buy? And for those of you who said, I'm going to sell silver at 35 or whatever, and I think it's going to go down, and I'm going to buy when it's cheap, well, have you? Because have you looked at what's happening on the fundamentals for precious metals lately? Have you looked at what's happening in the world lately? Have you looked at the chart lately? Because, it's not popular to say, but silver's going to go up. And I'm just making this video kind of so I can refer to it in the future and say, hey, there I was saying silver was going to go up. Because silver may go down in the meantime, but we all know what is going to happen when the revaluation comes. And that's what most of us have been waiting for. We're not trying to invest between 16 and 50 and trying to make, trying to double our money on the way up and on the way down. And that's a fool's game. What most of us know is going to happen is silver is going to have a revaluation, a complete revaluation. Are we going to go back to this kind of money? I don't think so. Probably not. I would like it, but it's impractical. It's impractical in some ways. But there will be a revaluation in silver and gold. And that's when sanity returns to the price, and the price isn't based on an ETF. The price is based on supply and demand of the physical metal. When that happens, I don't know when, because they really do not want that to happen. If that happens, everything has to change. So that's not going to happen until everything changes. And everything might be changing soon. The cashless society is poised to spring into existence here in Canada anyway, and around the world in a lot of places. I'm not going to allow it, of course, but that just means I'm going to be an outsider even more. I'm going to have even less options, and everything's going to be even more expensive to do and hard to do. But, I stick to my principles, and I will never go along with the cashless society. There has to be anonymous currency, and there has to be currency that has some intrinsic value. We need to have some kind of value. Even if we could support the copper standard in Canada again, that would make me a little bit happier. But, this is a rant that's all over the place. I'll close it out by saying, yeah, you're not crazy if you have a stack of silver. You are not crazy. And no matter who doesn't like it, if you tell your friends, family they don't like it, doesn't matter. Just don't tell them, in fact. Especially if you have a lot. That's a security risk. But just, keep your silver beliefs on the down low then. If you've shared it with others and they won't accept it, then that's fine. We are the unpopular ones right now because of the chart, right? The chart has made us into the fools. But everything that we've been saying the past 8 to 10 years is all exactly the same as it was then. None of those facts were wrong, and only the timeline was wrong. So have a look at that chart again, guys. Are you a believer in silver? Do you own precious metals? Do you have an alternative to the banking system? Do you have any currency or money that's in your possession right now? How much do you have right now in your house or wherever you are right now? How much do you have, currency and money together? Count all your safes, your pockets, count everything you've got. What have you got? How heavy is it? Right? How much metal is it? Cash is great at certain times, at certain points. And so is silver. And that's what I'm saying. So, don't lose sight of the facts, guys. You're not on the wrong track. And I know Christmas is coming. Time is ticking, right? The year's half over. And the years are flipping by. I've been doing this for 10 years now. But I am that bullish voice on silver. Even though I've had to spend my stack, that doesn't mean anything. That's me spending. That's my own personal life that had to happen. That doesn't mean as if I was an investor that I would be selling right now. Hell no. If I was an investor, yeah, I would be buying silver right now, hand over fist. But that's just me. Do your own research, guys. Drutter, that little bullish voice on silver, signing out.